Hi Simon, this is Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps. I'm going to do your hitting evaluation today. So let's go ahead and get you to a neutral position here. Okay, oops. Let's get that foot down. Okay, so let's see here, where are you at? So still wants you to get you like you're ready to hit. Okay. Okay, right there. Okay, so for me here, Simon, as big as tall as you are, I think I'd like to see a little wider. Let's see what you do in your stride. Well, maybe not. You get wide enough, I guess, on your stride. Okay, so I guess you can start that. The only thing is, when you take that big a stride, Simon, it's hard to land your foot at the same place every time, and that's an important part of hitting for anybody. Is your feet are the foundation of your swing, and without having the ability to repeat where your foot lands, it's going to be hard to get your hands to repeat themselves and your hip to repeat themselves, and all of the things that go into the components of a good consistent swing. So when you have that big of a leg kick and that big of a stride, the length of it anyway, it's hard to make sure you land in the same spot. So one idea would be to widen your base out a little bit beforehand and just kind of lift your foot up and put it back down and to get to that spot. Okay, so one thing I notice when you stride, a couple things I notice, okay, is that make sure you understand why we stride, Simon. We stride to get on time with a pitcher. Okay, we shouldn't be transferring a lot of weight when we stride, because we want to transfer weight when we swing, not when we stride. Okay, so you drift quite a bit forward, and you got to be careful of that, because you look like you got your foot down pretty late there, and the combination of you lurching forward towards a ball being pitched at 85, 90 miles an hour in high school, you want to have your head stopped and your eyes still when that ball's coming at you. So right now, I would say that your rhythm is pretty tight, and you might want to loosen up your rhythm. What I mean by that is, get your stride foot down a little bit sooner, because you don't want your eyes bouncing up and down as a 85 mile an hour, 90 mile an hour fastball in high school is coming at you. You want to make sure that you're in a position where you can attack that pitch with a quiet head. Fast hands and a quiet head. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how your stride foot lands. Okay, keep an eye on that stride foot. Okay, so right there, to me it looks like it's parallel. So you're in a really good position there. It's difficult with this angle that I'm getting on the video to see if you're lined up with the pitcher or not. It appears that you are, just based on your body language, but that front foot appears to me that it's parallel, like your back foot was before you started your swing. If that is the case, Simon, that's fantastic. That's really going to give you the ability to drive that knee down and to really create some extraordinary energy in your lower half. Okay, it almost looks like your back foot's coming off the ground, which is another high level move that you're making there, from the standpoint of really making sure you're transferring your weight. So those are all really good things there. That position right there, from a contact standpoint, is darn near textbook. I really like, this look here. Your left arm is straight, so that's really good stuff. Okay, let's go back and talk a little bit about your route to the contact point. Okay, so in a perfect world, I'd like to see that barrel, a little better angle from a standpoint of a stupid computer. Having your barrel a little higher up. Okay, we'd like to have that barrel level with your hands, but it's really close, and we see that a lot at that, at about that angle. So that's not too bad. But you have a pretty good idea of what you're doing from a standpoint of your path to the baseball. Let's watch your finish. Good extension. Just make sure, Simon, that you're not pushing backwards. Again, my angle is not very good from this camera angle, but it looks like you're pushing back at this angle. We want to make sure we're going to get back to 50-50. Okay, after our swing, and when we get back to 50-50, it really helps us with our extension through the baseball. And more extension means more ball flight. All good things, right? So let's look at another swing. Good. Another good job with your front foot. Okay, just underneath it looks like. Can't tell really, but I don't see any, drastically wrong with what you're doing from a swing standpoint. Okay, let's look at that one again. And again, make sure you understand, Simon, that I got no problem with your leg kick. That's no problem. My only concern is to make sure that your foot's landing, in the exact same spot every time, or within millimeters of the same spot every time, because that really sets up the rest of what you're trying to do here, buddy. Yeah, that's a very good look there. Yeah, you're on your way, bud. You're doing a really good job of that. Like I said, it looks like that foot's still closed. So you're able to drive that knee down and hit against a closed front side, which is going to create more energy, more bat speed for you. As long as you're landing the same spot, I wouldn't change too much what you're doing. One thing I want to check, I forgot where you are at contact again. Just something. See right there. I think this is the ball right here. Right now, from my angle, Simon, your chest and belly button, belt buckle, are facing where the second baseman would be playing in a game with nobody on, nobody out. Right in the middle between first and second. Right where we want it to. Okay? What we don't want, and again I can't tell from the angle, is for your belt buckle to be facing the pitcher at contact. Because that's going to make it difficult for you to handle pitches on the outer half of the plate. This way, where you are right there in that frame, if that was at contact, that would be ideal. Because that gives you a chance not only to hit a ball on the outer half, but to actually drive a ball on the outer half. So you don't spin off the baseball, your front shoulder stays in, your front hip stays in. So those are all really good attributes. And so I'm not going to try to make up something that's wrong, because I don't believe that's the best way to evaluate a hitter. I like to emphasize the things you do right, and you do a lot of things right. So congratulations on that. Keep working hard. I want to thank you and your parents for coming to ABC baseball camps, and look forward to seeing you again next year.